Hi all, welcome back to the John Deere B tractor restoration. And as you can see from that picture, I've fitted one of the brake drums. I rebuilt it and slotted it back in the hole and put it together. So on the bench here, I have one all ready to go, and so I'm going to attempt on video to put it together on video. See how we go. So down here we have various shafts, pawls and springs, brake shoes that we did up, the adjuster shaft and various shims and nuts and bolts over here. In the vise I've got the back plate fastened in the vise, ready to go. And finally down there we obviously have the drum and the riveted on shaft. So I'll just put the camera over here. There we go. Shadows of my fingers in the way. So yeah, so we have the back plate. Obviously there it goes into the tractor like so. There's the oiler. And so the easiest way to do it, I find, is to fix it into a vise like that, so it can't move. And the first thing to put in is the adjuster shaft. Now I put a bit of copper slip on these things. It just helps so it stops them seizing up. So screw it right in. You need to screw it right down so it goes right to the bottom of the hole. Put a bit of copper slip on there, as I have done just before it disappears into the hole. Take it right down. Thing is, once it's in the bottom of the hole, then you can, once you've built the mub, you adjust it back out, you see. Excuse me. There we go. It's in the hole now. Get the little pawls here. Clean them up obviously before you. I cleaned up all these bits before we set on. Again, plenty of copper slip. So you put one in there. Sorry for the noise, and it's very windy with us tonight. The other one in here. Again, copper slip like that. Then take the shaft that the foot brake goes on. Has splined ends on it. Drop that in the hole there with copper slip again. I always use plenty of copper slip on these things because it's amazing the amount of tractors I'll go and look at and the brakes have seized up, and it's so annoying because they are easy brakes to work on. But yeah, anyway, so there's the cam that activates the brake shoes. Again, copper slip on there. Put it in there like that. So there we go. So that's basically the working parts of the actual thing. Now the next thing is to build up these little pins and rollers and stuff. So again, bit of copper slip. Put the copper slip on. First thing to do is get one of these little guide things. Put that there. And one of the roller cam deal, washer deal things. Drop that on there. Like that. Get your brake shoe, brake drum, losing the plot. Then we put it through, like so. Yeah, another of these thick washers. Bit of copper slip on everything. all nice and free to move. Finally, take the other guide, put that on there, like that. Just sit that there, and over here, put a split pin through. Split pin through. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to cut the split pins tonight for this video, but obviously you want to trim the split pin up and then just bend it around a bit so it can't fall out. So there you go. So I'll do the other one now. So there's the pin. Bit of stuff on it. Sit the guide on. Put the roller. And just put a bit of copper slip on the either side of the shoe piece. It just all helps stop it seizing. Slot it through. There we go. Just get a bit more copper slip again. Get the guide. Put it on. And then we get to find another split pin. We just got some cows in today, and they're a little bit unsettled with the wind, I think. So you might be able to hear them making some noise. So yeah, so there we go. So that fitted like that. And then finally, we put the springs on. These springs. Sorry, that's off camera at the minute, but they're easy to do. Just hook the springs in. Now, one final thing to do is just put a little bit of copper slip on the cam piece, because once it's together and snapped together, you'll not be able to do it. And I generally put a bit of copper slip in the little engaging parts at the top of the shoe. So there you have it. As I say, I will sort the split pins out in a minute. So the first thing to do, it's all put together like that. First thing to do, hook the shoe in. Just watch your fingers when you're doing this, because there's a little bit of tension on them. Bring the other one across. Like that. Just got to make sure everything's shoed in, pushed in. As you can see, the cam has just slightly gone skew width there. But if I go and get the brake pedal, which I didn't bring over to start with, there we have the brake pedal, and that will go just in there. Now initially all I'm after is to get the brake pedal so it centralises everything. And then what you want to do is just quietly push it all up together like that. and as you can see, as you move the brake pedal, the cam works on those two bearing surfaces in here and expands the brakes. And then you obviously take the nut and screw that on to the bottom of the shaft. Now sometimes, I don't know why it is, but sometimes you have this bit of movement here, and I think sometimes it's a bit excessive, that movement. It's in the bottom. I don't know if we can see that with the light. I'm going to take the camera and just move down a bit, but it's in there, and I sometimes put a washer in there just to take some of this up and down movement out. But that's the basics of how it all goes together. And obviously then you I'll bring the brake drum over to there. Obviously then we just move the where we are. There we go. Sorry about this, folks. There we go. There's the brake drum. And then you take your whole unit, the whole unit you've got, and turn it over. Sometimes as well, I will just put a little bit of oil on these shafts. Like that. I remember as well, these bushes that are in these are an oil light bush, which basically allows the oil to soak through them. Hence the oiler on this side in there. This one's actually oiled from the gearbox side, the oil from the gearbox. So then we drop this over the shaft, which I know is a bit tight on this one. Just gone a bit too tight there. But, that's basically what we're after. I've just jammed that. It's just jammed a little bit, that shoe. I'm going to have to just lift that out. Now my problem is that the housing's a bit tight on the actual shaft. Once it's in, it's fine. Yeah. So, and then when the shaft is obviously porked out the top of here, you then drop your gear on it like that. Stick one of these shims in between the gear, and like so, and then that's a crash bang. And obviously stick the gear on, and then the nut tightens it all down. So I've nearly done it because I'm going to run out of electric. I can see on my phone on the camera. But so that's where we are with that. I hope that was of interest. I don't think there's much more you can say about it really. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you.